Loot Rascals is a charming little indie game with a surprising amount of strategy within its endearing visuals. Though for everything Loot Rascals does right, it can't help be bogged down by some pretty glaring issues. Loot Rascals is a roguelite game with a way too heavy emphasis on RNG. Gameplay is based on traversing a hexagonal board, killing enemies, and finding loot. As the title implies, loot plays a major role in every run you make. Because everything is more or less interchangeable, it makes the actual loot collection process less engaging. Everything you collect exists just to buff your stats. It doesn't change how you move, how you attack, or even how you look. You actually have no real play in combat, as attacking boils down to just being basically on the same tile as another enemy. Really, all you can do is customize which loot to equip within your 5x2 grid to boost your attack and defense. Occasionally, loot comes with special abilities and attributes, forcing you to organize them just a little bit more strategically. You are completely at the mercy of the game, and all you can do is hope that loot with good stats drop, or that loot even drops at all. Your starting attack and defense are shit, and it's actually impossible to complete a run with just them. Though a bit of strategy does come into play with a day and night cycle, and when monsters can attack and defend, you simply cannot win with the base stats given. Compare this to something like Binding of Isaac, where the gameplay is based on your skill as the player and not the stats you have. Enemies only move when you do, so you're given ample amount of time to think, but even then, randomly generated maps and the movement counter both put a heavy stress on any given run. When you're given the right equipment, moment-to-moment gameplay can actually feel pretty fun, but all too often does it feel like the game is against you. Though it can be frustrating, the actual aesthetic helps cushion the blow during its low points. The charming visuals lend to both the oddball character designs and some honestly really creative monsters. Environments aren't quite up to the same quality, but they still follow that light and pleasant color palette. Sadly, the game starts out on a pretty endearing cutscene, but it's one of the only in the game. Though I can't really count that as a criticism, it is a disappointment as I want to see more of the lively animation and pretty good voice acting. If I'm to be honest, I haven't finished the game. I've come close in a small number of times, but I've never made it all the way through, though I'm not entirely sure I ever will. Loot Rascals is a difficult game that benefits more from luck than it does actual strategy. Gameplay isn't deep, but when the cards are in your favor, it can still be a good time. And when it's not, it's still a joy to see what new enemy design lay around every corner. Loot Rascals is flawed, but a good time, earning a 7 out of 10.